Hey guys. I did make a new starting soon screen, as you probably just saw. I decided literally like 9 p.m. yesterday that I wanted to make a new starting soon screen. I ended up doing 2. I ended up doing the starting soon screen and the stream ended. So, yeah. Don't do it. Bruh. Every time, man. Every time. But yeah, I've got a new starting soon screen and stream has ended screen. Which they look very similar, which is the whole point. But stream has ended has, like a quick nod to my 2 channels on YouTube, which is just my normal channel and my VODs channel. I do keep thinking about, like, taking some of my older streams and just, you know, clipping any funny bits and putting them into a compilation and then sticking it on my main channel. So that I have, you know, something on there. Cause Jesus fucking Christ, I haven't uploaded in ages. Cause I don't animate as much as I think I should. Like, I start an animation and then I don't continue it. I've got like 3 or 4 of them. 3 or 4 different animations, and the most animation I've done recently is the fucking moving tail for Bean or Kid Kitty. So, yeah. Very, very happy with how it came out, actually. I made 2 versions, which was a sunset version, which is the one you just saw with stream that started. Stream starting soon. And the other one was for, the other one was a night one, which I've put as streams ended. So I've got sunset one for starting, and then by the time it's ended, it's nighttime. So Bean is like laying on their side, and it's nighttime in the background. I did think about doing a solid black night sky, but I ended up doing a black-blue gradient, which I'm actually happy I did, because it looks very nice. I also made sure that with the stars and all that, it didn't cover that gap in the moon, because I've got a crescent moon. Because, you know, that's one of the most recognizable things. But I made sure not to have any stars overlapping it, because, like, when you're a kid, you don't give a frickety frick, but, stars don't overlap the moon. They never do. And if they did, we'd all be dead. Because the sun is a star, and if we effectively had a star, if we had another version of the sun between the Earth and the moon, we'd all be dead. So, made sure that the shadow of the moon doesn't have any stars on it. We're not getting a glint from the moon. I'm gonna tilt my mic a little because it's a little too far up. Not sure why. It's at like a 45-degree angle. Bit weird, but you know, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna be playing some more Ace Attorney today. Due to the fact that there are a lot of reoccurring characters, I'm not gonna be doing voices anymore. I'm just gonna be talking. Like, if I do a voice, it's because, you know, I think it's an appropriate situation. Or it's one of the non-reoccurring characters, because, oh my god, trying to do the men's voices with a voice like mine when I haven't been doing my voice training recently, it killed my throat, man. Ooh, speaking of which, I'm gonna grab my water. Yoink! Ow. Just bang my knee on my desk. Okay. I've got hydration juice. I've got chat set up. I believe we are ready to face the lawyers. Now, hang on. I've got to pull out my little notebook. Where did I put it? Here it is. Whoop. Struggling to get it out. Okay. So, I recently had the fucking genius idea to start a stream archive. Which is basically just a notebook where I write in what I did and where I am in a game. Because the amount of times I've gone off from a game, done a couple other streams, and then come back to a game and completely forgotten what I'm doing is getting a bit annoying. So, as of last Ace Attorney stream, we were on day 2 of Turnabout Sisters, which I believe is just the second episode. And Miss April May has just been arrested for wiretapping. And our next course of action is to go to Marvin Grossberg and try and get Miss May to talk, hopefully with some bribery or something. I know exactly what I'm doing, to a degree, but I am forgetful, so if I do forget certain bits, forgive me. I'm not as bright as I may seem, which probably isn't that bright. I don't know, I'm feeling good today, which is weird, because I think it's just because I had like a weekend away from streaming. Not that I don't like streaming. I do. I love you guys. It is, it's great to be doing this and just to be having fun and being able to share that fun with other people. But the last couple streams, people have probably been able to tell I've not been too into it. It's felt like more of a chore. But due to the fact I physically could not stream last weekend because I was out on holiday, I'm coming back. I'm feeling good. I've updated my fucking... Should I put profanity? I should probably put profanity in the tag, shouldn't I? Hang on. I'm gonna put profanity in because, oh my god, the amount of swearing that I do. I don't even realise it until after I've sworn. That's the thing. I keep doing this to myself. I'm like, I don't swear that much, and then, in the middle of a sentence, I'll throw in an F-bomb without even realising. And it's like, Christ on a steak, man. Because it says you need to add profanity, especially if it's a regular part of speech. Yeah. Significant profanity or vulgarity. Prolonged and repeated uses of obscenities, profanities, and vulgarities, especially as a regular part of speech. I am now going to have to permanently have that on. Because I don't realise how much I swear. I never do. I never, ever do. Oh my god, it is... I keep wanting to, punch myself in the face every time I do it. Cause, bruh, stop swearing, man. I'm trying to cut down, I really am, but going to college, shockingly enough, has upped my usage of swears. Because I hear people using them unabashedly, even though in college it's kind of like, hey, you shouldn't use that language. We still do. But it's like, I will be rambling on and throw in F-bombs left, right, and centre without even realising. Like, my dad's been picking up on it as well. He's been going, you are swearing a lot more often. You need to cut down. It's like, I don't like my dad too much. He can be a bit of a prick sometimes. But he has a point. So, you know. Anyway, let's transition. Okay. As you can see, I've turned down the volume and stuff. I will turn it back up. So we're gonna pause that. We are going to go to this. I believe that's good. And I'm gonna turn the volume up in my headphones. Actually, earphones now. I did decide to finally do the thing where I have two different headsets. So I have like regular like chunky headphones for like everyday use and stuff, because that's what I like to use. But for stream specifically, I have earphones because, as you see with my character, I wear glasses, and unfortunately, I have to have one ear off at all times due to my household and it being noisy and sometimes my name being called. So I have one ear off at all times. So I figured, you know, it's gonna hurt if I keep having to have the headphones skewed, so that I have one ear with audio and the other like to the back of my head skewing my glasses, which is not great for when you're trying to do stuff and seeing what you're doing. So finally decided to get a regular set of like earphones when you stick in your ears, so that I can actually have, you know, one ear in, one ear off, and it's not effing with my glasses. There you go. Profanity. Just realised. Yep, profanity filter is staying on constantly, because Christ, I am terrible with my language. Oh my god. Alright. Here we go. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then, For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? I mean, here's a point. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe I've had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Yeah, there are people like that in the world, mate. You gotta suck it up. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it! Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? I don't know, man. But look at that face. That is not a pretty picture. Be glad that isn't your frippin' resting face, because you would not get anything for that. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have Ace Attorney. We have the Ace Attorney's badge. We have the autopsy report, cell phone, glass shards, the thinker, or murder weapon, I suppose, wiretap, the receipt, which it says receipt, so I wonder why he doesn't fucking look at it. Language. I swear to God, I am going to have to, like, Captain America myself. I'm going to have to go language every time I swear or notice that I'm swearing. Cause, oh, Jeebus. The victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Yeah. Okay, so we have that stuff, but she's not gonna talk to us. So, as I wrote in the archive, we have to go to Mr. Grossberg, I think. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. I don't know, you don't seem the most well-liked person, Phoenix. Not in this universe, anyway. Out here, in our universe, the fandom goes nuts. That and Edgeworth, who Ciel... Like, I don't get what it is with the judge. The judge is not... He's not simp-worthy. He is far from simp-worthy. He's a goofball, and I could very well be friends with him, but goddamn. What's this? Odd photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 incident. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Nah, I think we need the other one. Of this guy. Maybe I should switch with the one I took? Yeah. We need to swap them. Because Miss May needs to be... Actually, hang on. Let's go to the hotel. See if anything's happening there. Ah! Welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Watergate's rep, as they say. Gatewaters. Watergate. Sorry, there is a place that I have been to before called Watergate. That's what I was thinking of. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honoured guest. Please, let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place in the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. It's still the same as always. A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names, except maybe tulips and sunflowers. Well, a bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. As part of the decor, I call it the last drink before murder. Must we add murder to every frippin' thing? What is the word frippin'? What is this word I've conjured up? It's me, like, trying to stop myself swearing. I'm keeping the profanities thing on until I know my swearing's gone down. I'll be famous. The talk of the hotel industry. Uh-huh. Sure, buddy. Nice weather again today. I can see the Faye and Co. law offices, of course. Ah, yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to kill. A view to a kill. Just kidding, sir. Oh, by the look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Ah, the still scene painting. Right, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. It should be still life. As an art student, I can confirm that. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, don't we have to get an affidavit? Or whatever it's called from him. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. Man with May. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. You do not carry the scent of danger, my guy. There we are, in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. Honestly, I'm on Phoenix's side with this. He does kind of seem like a Psycho Bellboy. Looking in your Twitch chat. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. You missed the starting soon screen. I updated it. What you gonna do about it? Nothing really. Just to update you, due to how frick-a-fracked my voice was last time doing this, for like 4 hours straight, 3 or 4 hours straight, I'm not doing voices, especially for a lot of reoccurring characters, because there is a large cast. I was going for a bubble bath. Oh, right. Rats! Yeah. I do have the hydration juice though. So, don't worry, I'm staying hydrated. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. A photo? Yeah, I have the photo in my inventory. I'm just gonna finish. No uwu voice. I mean, I didn't do it for Miss May while we were in the detention center, but she isn't a reoccurring character, so maybe. Because, you know, Miss May talks a lot like this, and it's pretty easy to do this voice, so, you know. Yeah, it's, this game, like, as a trilogy, has a lot of reoccurring characters, so to do voices for the reoccurring characters would be hell on my throat. As someone who doesn't talk as often as I think I do. So, could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely! And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. But it floats your tea set. I actually discussed it with my parents. Like, the tea set he's carrying must be pretty heavy, especially if the teapot's full of tea. But then again, still mad about my fave dying. Yeah, I know. I know. I still don't get your simping for the judge, though. Like, the judge is not simpable. He's an old man. He is an old man. Edgeworth is, like, mid-20s. Just happens to have grey hair. Okay, so talk to him all I can. I've got to show him the picture of Mr. Prickly Face here. I also do have the profanity thing on, only because I know that I swear without thinking about it, and I can swear a hell of a lot without realizing, and it has been brought up to me several times by other people. So I just have it on as a precaution because I know I won't think about it when dropping like the F-bomb. So saying fuck too often. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit, swearing that it's him? I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. Affidavit. Affidavit. Yeah, I'm pronouncing that right. I'm pretty sure. An affidavit. This guy is way too excited about this. Yeah, I'll have him write it. It could be useful evidence. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Could you please stop saying it? Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit. Added to the court record. Not even Miss April May can play dumb to this. Oh yeah, because we have to... She's like, yeah, how about you prove that it was him that was with me? You again? Can you take a hint and stay gone? Yeah, I'll do the voice for Miss April May, because it's kind of fun to do. Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Please don't, hun. Present this guy. Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you... Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that it was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Okay, she's running around. I should be gentle. Miss May, it'd be easy for me to hand this affidavit to the police. If they get involved, wouldn't your boss be even more, inconvenienced? All I want to do is have a little chat with him. You want to tell me? Is that all you have to say? Yes. If it's so easy for you to get the police involved, then why don't you? Somehow I think you're not up to it, Show them a little kindness. They jump all over you. That had the opposite effect of what I hoped. Aw. Poor little lawyer. And you were so close. This isn't working. I think I've worn out this piece of paper's usefulness. Shit. The man in this photo is the one I want. Why did April May not want to talk about it? She must know him. I've got to go back for another one, haven't I? Bellboy seems to be out. Huh? Sound of water coming from the shower. La-dee-dee! Money making. I got the money making blues. Someone seems to be enjoying washing the showers. Screwdriver is still stuck in the drawer. I'd better not touch it. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. Can I question her now? About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? I'm not telling. Look, he's being accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him. Would you have sold out the late Miss Fate to the cops? No. See? Damn. Maybe I've had something to get her to talk. I pressed the wrong thing and now I'm not sure what to do. How about this photograph? You're wasting your time. My lips are sealed. Okay. Hang on. I wasn't looking at the screen when I tapped to be gentle. And now I don't know what to do because I don't have the affidavit anymore. So I can't prove that. Okay. Alternative method. If you choose ease her fears, which I accidentally did, you'll get frustrated and decide to throw away the bellboy's affidavit, since you almost got her to talk. So, go to Grossberg's office and show the photograph to him instead. He'll give you the location to the Blue Court building in return of the photograph that you borrowed. Okay, so we do have an alternative. We haven't fucked the playthrough. Language. God. Alright. Let's go to here. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. What the heck is that loafer? That old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha! You again. Hello, Mr. Grossberg. Well, you were quite the thing, my boy. Excuse me? The trial! He was there? Reminded me of myself when I was a youth. I guess something got passed down through Mia. Maybe? It brings back memories, it does. The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I swear, he's gonna say that several times. Pretty sure he has. I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you gave me some information. Okay, let's talk to him first. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl. If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day I was sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall. Pretentious-looking? Well, you know, the one I mean. Anyway, where did it go? Ah, yes. Well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I, sold it, you see. Yes, that's right. Sold it? Not sure I buy that. Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen? I don't see how it's any of your business. Please, speak no more of that accursed painting. So I've gotta present the photograph to Grossberg since I fricked up Miss May. Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph. Where did you get that? I borrowed it. Well, give it back at once. Mr. Grossberg, tell me about the man in this photo. He may have been in that hotel room with Miss May on the night of the murder. Do you know something about him? Anything? Very well. I'll tell you what I know. However, you didn't hear it from me if you follow. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay. I follow. That man is Mr. Red White. He's the president of Blue Corp. Red White? Blue Corp. That's something like a detective agency, right? They're information pros. They sell information, you see. Sensitive information. But his name, Mr. White, has the blackest reputation of any man in this country. Should you run across him, watch what you say. You wouldn't want him digging up any dirt on you. Selling information. Sounds like blackmail. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? I suppose. Mr. Red White. At last. Finally, a lead on this guy. Even if April May couldn't have done it, he could have. Time to take action. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Now, I must ask you to leave. I need to think about things. Alone. Sure, buddy. Nope, nothing to do that. Okay, let's move over to Blue Corp. As hesitant as I am. I feel really sorry for Phoenix, because in this first game he gets assaulted, like, multiple times. This poor man. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome, please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name, what's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright, Phoenix Wright. Inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantic vocabulary? What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. Keep forgetting that's what it means. Keep forgetting that CEO is just an acronym. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite, so I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake. Phoenix, honey, I assure you, you're more of a fruitcake than you think. Probably more of a fruitcake than him, if you know what I mean. Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretary. What a shock it was to hear what she had done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. That's because he is. On the night of the murder, were you in Miss April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still want to talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand, although I doubt she'll be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? It should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh, the police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Which is very creepy. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future, you might say. We are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you're wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red, White, Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Yeah. Like I can see. You've got blue gems on you. However, your suit is bright frickin' pink. You know, for a guy who's, like, supposedly top of the top, he has the most horrendous looking tie I have ever seen. And my dad has a frickin' Looney Tunes tie. My dad has a lot of weird ties, so I've seen a lot of weird ties. That thing is horrendous. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. When did you get it? Say, when did you get that painting? No idea. I forgot. I've seen that painting before. Yesterday, in fact. Why do I find that painting here today? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sir excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? Oh! Oof. Again. Assaulted. He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what would you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. For it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your comprehension. It is beyond your comprehension. Or comprehension, my boy. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I haven't had much sleep recently. Or, like, I've been going to sleep at, like, 1:30 to, like, 2:30 in the morning. Literally, last night, I went to sleep at, like, quarter past 2. I actually started at, like, 9 doing the starting soon and ended screens. And didn't finish till like 1:45, which, if you don't know, is like 1:45 in the morning. So, a couple hours. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossbergs, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. Unfortunately, I seriously can't talk to him anymore. I gotta go back to Grossberg, I think. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem! Jumping Jehoshaphat! Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. Just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night. What's that? Well, you see, it's just me, it's just that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if... Okay. I asked before, but why did you refuse the request? Come on, right to know. It's just the same thing as before. Mr. Boyd. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something's been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... I'm gonna go with the painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day. Was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know what it is. He is blackmailing. I saw it to say you're lovers. Nah, he's blackmailing you. Maybe later down the line. Maybe later today, I don't know. I'll go back through this and accuse him of being lovers because I want to see what the frick that means. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you and me as understudy. Perhaps it was fate? What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. I'm trying to put my hair up so it's out of my face. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand an offensive mile because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White might be nigh on impossible. Nigh on? Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It's 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye? Yes, Phoenix. Faye. Indeed, she was Maya's mother. She's Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told them. You told White? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked to the police and walked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Cool. Yeah, let's go here. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Maybe. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Well, let's go for this one, because this is where W would be. I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? No idea, my guy. Let's start with that one. Let's see if there's any A records in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Maybe I should take a look? Let's read it. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words: my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So, I knew Grossberg. All the cases the chief I worked on. They're in alphabetical order. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Skim it, man. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. What? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved with these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the other things. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing that's missing is Mia. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Pretty sure it's called Charlie. I'm pretty sure she named the plant Charlie. The sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Anything else? I don't think so. Where could we possibly go to? I think we have to go back, from what I can remember, I have to go back to him and present the newspaper clippings. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. So I have to present this pretty freaking short. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing right now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office? Secretary's office, hello. Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tap on your phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be? Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office? We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. What? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this is another one of those. Chief Prosecutor. I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupidly inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts. Harry Butts. Right, actually, Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts is that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. The prosecution will be on it, of course. Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you... I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well, cheer me on in court, I guess. Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way! No, really. I was just kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Are you sure about that? Times may change, yet with crime is the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put in initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. But the true culprit appearing is the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. See, is the thing. My usual hour and a half. Whew. Sorry about that. My usual hour and a half that I do for stream wouldn't be enough to have anything decently happen. Because we have only gone through 1 day of investigation in, like, I think 45 minutes? So we could probably get through, like, 2 things, so it's not very far into the story at that point. Which is why I'm more up for doing long streams, especially when playing this game, due to knowing how long it takes to do stuff. And I'm really grateful this is, like, the trilogy, so it's not like I have to buy each individual game, I just got it as a 3-pack. I do want to get the Great Ace Attorney trilogy, or Chronicles, sorry. It's, basically, I believe it's Phoenix's grandfather or great-grandfather, but in his days of being a lawyer. So lawyering is literally in Phoenix's blood, which I am so excited for. When I get a sale on that game, I am getting it. It is pretty expensive though. I think it's around 40 quid on Steam. So it's fairly pricey. So I will need to, like, save up for that, I guess. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! For Phoenix! Look! Prosecutor. Edgeworth. I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I can only think of the Game Grumps bit. I can only think of the Game Grumps bit right now. Oh my god. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, or his testicles. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? What? Comma. Does White have the judge in his pocket too? I'm just gonna do the bit. So you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of story? I would do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Including... I'll suck your dick! If you proclaim this man guilty, I'll suck your dick! The prosecution rests. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth. You've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. One moment. Okay. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Sweet. Just making sure my sisters text me when lunch is ready so that I don't get too caught up in all this. I'm the CEO of a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I don't always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing. Oh. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Jeez, what a prick. Let him have it, Phoenix. There we go. What's his account? Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, reading to you some papers by the window when I heard a bedlam from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then that I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impactation, and it was all over. Things occurred as you testify that I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Speed. Okay, so we're gonna press everything. How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You're so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer. Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? It's quietly perusifying. By the window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct! That is the only window you see. There you were, reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater Hotel is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who has business to do. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You made a career out of snooping. Spiky-haired. Phoenix, buddy! What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Loyal. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes? 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway? And what did you do then? What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fae off his phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fae woman. You make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho ho, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you should change your testimony to reflect this new detail. And if we go into here, the victim dodged an attack and then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. And as you can see in the text box below that, the victim ran to the left. Bing! Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You must have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. The victim ran to the left as you claim she did. She would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run to the left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? I think both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ah, I doubt it. Rather that it does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Pupitar. Hello. Hello, little Pupitar. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, then where could he have been? In the law offices of Fango, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. In the spot of the killer. This is where he was. Look, the victim ran for the door. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Precisely. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? Now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Died from a blow by a blunt object. A blow, like a single one. So she wasn't hit twice. Chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Maybe cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Yeah, because motherfucker, what the hell are you talking about? As was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright. There's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Okay, see? You hit her twice. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-puzzlutely perfect? I'll refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathetically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked to the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. And then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap, indeed. I know this too fucking well. Very well. You may begin cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. What thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, wasn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Because you shouldn't have been able to frickin' see it. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The gaslight stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Suspended Twitch TTV. Hello. Playing is telling. How you doing? Why me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Which case is this? It's Turnabout Sisters, which is the second one. Or the first excluding the tutorial case. It's the one where Mia got killed. Please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Okay. Hang on. Because if we take a look at the floor plans, the glass light stand is out of view. So we've got to present that. So it's very early on. Yeah, I have actually played through this already on my own. In my own, like, free time, I'm currently on the second game, in Turnaround Big Top. So that's in my personal one. In this one, it is pretty early on, since I've only done one stream on this so far. Ah, the circus one. Yeah. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were able to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell, either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass nightstand. Or a light stand, not night. Ah. I'm gonna take a sip of your water. I can't speak today. I keep messing stuff up. The worst word for me so far has been affidavit. Jeez, that feels like a tongue twister of a word. The nightstand. Yeah, the nightstand, man. Can't speak. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah! That's basically what they're doing. Mr. White? El Noche stand. Yeah. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Miss Mia. Huh. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. God damn it, Edgeworth! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Ugh, forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess to your crime now, What? I said you should confess to your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. Because, yeah, tricky prick. The wiretap? Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. Love the facial expressions from Phoenix. Yeah. I really don't like the way this is heading. And you can clearly see that in his expression. He is not in love with this trial, man. I still feel bad for him, man. He gets assaulted in all of every, like... I think it's... No, yeah. 3 trials in a row. In this one, he gets punched by Red. Oh, I can't remember what happens in the second one, and then the third one he gets tased. Spoilers. He gets tased. But he gets assaulted in all 3, and I feel really bad for him. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law phone. Yes, I can speak. Yes, English is my first language. Technically. I can't speak it well. In one of the later ones, he gets KO'd with a fire extinguisher. Oh god, this poor man. Oh yes! He does, doesn't he? Oh my god, yes! I've played that one. He gets smocked in the head with a fire extinguisher. Oh, this poor man. He has a lot of, like, head trauma. Oh boy. Phoenix deserves to have all of his medical bills covered. This man gets assaulted so often. This poor, poor man. God. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? Surprising, he rises up every time. Yeah, rises up from the floor. No, you wouldn't. Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. His name's Phoenix. Get it? Never mind, that was shit. No, I get it, man. I get it. That's a good joke, mate. My processing isn't at full capacity at the moment. I only got to sleep at like 2:15 this morning because I was busy making new stream starting soon screen and a new stream has ended screen that include minor animation elements, which is literally just a gif of a cat's tail. But like, I haven't got much sleep. My brain is not at top capacity at the moment. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. Just let me know. I can't hear the alert, but I do see it. Thank you for the follow. It's very sweet. I can't hear it too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. My alerts are all funky. Last stream, or the stream when I did like an art thing, because I flip between doing art and doing games. But my last stream where I did art, apparently an alert went off and it was incredibly loud. But I didn't hear it because I didn't have my headphones on. So, you know. Oh boy. Yeah. But yeah, no. Thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated, buddy. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He's determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen a stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place, and he went to place the wiretap. Can confirm, it was very loud. Yeah, CL was in chat at that time. The audio. Yeah, the white noise. Yeah. The alerts are always on and off with the actual audio. I did see when setting up the stream info today that there was an alert box thing in Stream Manager. So I may have to just wiggle myself over to use the Twitch ones, because I can't hear the frickin' alerts. I don't know if it's because the game's blocking it or if it's just being funky, but I do need to look into why the alerts are always on and off with audio, because I never seem to hear them. I never seem to hear the alerts. It's really starting to bug me, because like when I have my headphones off, the alerts are loud. You can hear them. I have turned them down, by the way, should they go off. I have turned them down, so it shouldn't be as loud as it was before, because it was at the same level as my mic. So it was pretty freaking loud, which is like, it's like double the game audio. So maybe I'll turn it down even further later on, but yeah. Whenever I have my headphones in, I don't hear the alert. Whenever I have them off, I don't. So it's very weird. Culprit escaped. No one caught it. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. Yeah, you did earlier in this trial as well, although that was during the investigation. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound? Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. The judge isn't right. Phoenix is. Gah, what am I supposed to do now? That was a terrible fucking joke. Good luck, Phoenix. Okay, we gotta press all of these, man. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh, right. Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Are you sure about that, buddy? Why did you tap Mia's phone? God damn it, Edgeworth, would you stop objecting? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Like hell you do. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauteous thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. I call it, if the stand hadn't broken during the murder, then White would have stolen it. I guarantee it. If it hadn't broken, White would have taken it. Along with all of his files, obviously. Damn it, there's nothing from there for me to press on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Okay, let's take a look. Then for several minutes off being hit, holds conversation between Chief and Maya. Broken glass shards, broken beyond all recognition. Common form statue. Found in Miss May's hotel room. Department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. Victim dodged an attack, ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Murder scene. Beans. I don't remember what I was supposed to do here. You can't present profiles in the first game, can you? No. Unfortunately, it's not until the extra trial, I think it is, the one after the DL6 incident one, or otherwise known as Rise from the Ashes. That's the one where you can present profiles, but for the rest of the first game you can't. Okay. I may be looking at the strategy wiki for this, because, you know. Yeah, okay. Found where we currently are in game. Okay, press him on all statements. This doesn't look good. Phoenix doesn't have anything to catch him on. Starting the trilogy, you'll have to beat the pressing 2 more times before Mia shows up. The judge asks Phoenix if he wants to give up, and reluctantly, Phoenix agrees. Okay, so since this is technically the iOS version, I technically have to press him twice more before Mia shows up. So, here we go again. Yeah, it says iOS version. In the iOS version of the trilogy, you will have to repeat the pressing 2 more times before Mia shows up. So we basically just gotta go through this song and dance again to get Mia to show up, because we literally can't do anything until Mia shows up. So, you know. We'll just speedy through this. Uh-oh, don't tell me you run out of ammo. Oh, so you just have to do it twice, not twice more. Oh. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! You weakling. How can you faint from seeing a dead person? Oh, no, actually, wait. Actually, no, that's pretty fair. I mean, he literally saw her dead body, so to see her standing in front of him is kind of, you know, bizarre. But where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Skyrim. Phoenix definitely has brain trauma. He definitely should faint. Yeah, he does. Well, at this point, he's only really been punched in the head. So, not that much brain trauma. But, you know, shock can make you faint. Hey, Phoenix! Gah, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Honestly, my god. That outfit is not suited for her body type. It's fan service, 100%. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. It's a creative choice. It is. It's a very creative choice. And as a queer person, I very much appreciate it. Because reading the text box, you know, it crosses over a certain, you know. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But, we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You had that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. I'm joking about the cleavage part, though. I'm more focused on the text than what's behind it. Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass nightstand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I brought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Oh, for God's sake, Phoenix is a terrible lawyer. He is. A very good placement of text box. It's a delightful placement. Should I make the text box as clear as possible for a good view? Who would miss that? Yeah, I know. Like, it's this whole time, it literally says it's a receipt. So it's not until the end of the last trial that he bothers to turn it over and look. Like, that wouldn't be one of the first things I do. Like, it's a receipt. I'm gonna look on both sides, man. Like, jeez. I suppose, like, the date on it isn't relevant until this point, but still. Why would you not look at that until the final trial where you're being tried for murder? My guy. How do you even accidentally miss that? Please send help. TikTok knows I'm in a Detroit Become Human phase and I've never searched it. It fucking knows. That's TikTok for you, mate. That's TikTok for you. Sweetheart, there's nothing I can do. Also, Phoenix isn't the smartest dude. No, he is not. He is a fairly good lawyer because he does get people declared innocent and finds the murderer in, like, the same space of time. But at the same time, he is not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, he's not the brightest bulb in the box, etc, etc. Well, that's because these prosecutors are pretty shit too. Yeah, pretty much. Whooper! It's a whooper in chat, man. It's a whooper. Get the boy. Very cute. I do like Whooper, but I prefer Spheal. He around boy. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. See, updated in the court record. Updated? My guy, you literally turned it over. Whoop whoop. Yeah. I've got my sisters ready to text me whenever lunch is ready. Updated indeed, yeah. When lunch is ready, I'll stick it on the BRB screen. And then I should be back within like Sorry, I just looked at chat. Your brain should be updated, Phoenix. No, that is pretty funny though. It should. He needs like... This is like early 2000s, I think, for when it's based. Yeah. Call will now reconvene. Fucking brain should be updated. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know why that's hitting such a funny bone with me. Is the defendant, rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Let's go! Whoop whoop supremacy! Yeah, you got the whoopee boy. Okay, for my personal thing, I'm not ashamed to use the frickin' wiki. However, for Twitch playthrough, I will only use it if I'm genuinely, like, getting stuck and like, oh fuck, where do I go from here? Kind of thing. Because, you know, it gets more difficult with time, so... And let's be honest, Phoenix isn't exactly bright. I am not much brighter. I got an average, like, score on my GCSEs. I just about passed, so I'm not exactly the brightest bulb in the box either. So, Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. I use the wiki a lot in the further cases. Some of its logic makes no sense. Yeah, sometimes these things don't make any sense. So, you know. I have watched a fair bit the anime. I think I got further into the second game in the anime. Although the anime can be kind of amusing at times. It's like, how the hell are you supposed to know? Yeah, sometimes it's very outlandish with the logic, but then again, it's not accurate to real court proceedings, at least not within the American or British system. I think this is just solely based on, like, the Japanese system and proving how utterly bullshit it can become. Even if you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always just be the hoe. CL, stop texting me dumb shit via Discord. Also, the sharpest... Well, the Japanese system is not so shit. Yeah, it's not this monumentally shit. Never. No. The sharpest tool in the shed thing was a deliberate poke at the Smash Mouth lyrics. If you hadn't got that. Yeah. These trials will be considered mistrials in like 2 seconds there. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like, yeah, you can't do this in actuality. But it's like, this is fictional law. Therefore, it's going to be bullshit anyway. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. Good thing it's a mix of the US and Japanese system. Even more bullshit. You are really not supposed to turn over evidence to the opposition. Yeah. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Which is where you fuck up, buddy. That's where you fuck up, buddy. Giving me one last chance is the most monumentally you just fucked up moment. Like this won't happen. Yeah. You may begin your cross-examination. You just fucked up, Edgy. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. Ba-ding. closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Edgy boy done messed up. He done messed up. He fucked around, he about to find out. What? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Yes, it's a receipt, Edgeworth. It has stuff on the other side. Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass nightstand. And the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fayenco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Edgy missed it too. He did. That's what's even funnier, because Edgeworth acts so, like, high and mighty about all this shit, and he missed that as well. These lawyers need standard education. They do. They need to go back to school, man. They need to go back to lawyering college. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. What's impossible is how fucking dumb you make language sound. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there might be a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all from the trial of... Boy! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. And start up the music again! Start up the symphony, my guy. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. That's what happens when your mom buys groceries for you when you're fucking 30 years old. Yeah. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? Is this going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports? Yeah, the updated autopsy report thing would have immediately meant this trial was a bust. Like, in reality. The updated autopsy report bit, that's just for this. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. Oh, now you figured that out. This is bad. Object. Yep, updated autopsy report, my leg. Yeah. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. Let's see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mir showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Ah! The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? And also, defendants are innocent before proving guilty. Yep. So the defense has no obligation to prove their innocence. Exactly. It's like, if you... The thing is, if you prove that, like, the person didn't do it, if you get them declared innocent, you can't just say, well, they must be guilty because we haven't found the actual culprit yet. But that's how Phoenix Wright works. That's how this game works. You can't be declared innocent unless you found the actual culprit first. Which is utterly bullshit. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My wife is writing on this one. I have something I would like to read aloud to the court. Mia's memo. yawning yet again. Ugh. Whew. I'm wondering when lunch is going to be ready, because it's 1 p.m. now. British time. Most realistic video game trial ever. Yeah. Got meatball subs for lunch. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. It's really good, actually. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. Sounds like people in finance, famous celebrities. Lunch? Yeah, British time. I started at 11 a.m. And it's now 1 p.m. So, I haven't had lunch yet. But it's meatball subs, which is basically just like a hot dog bun, but instead of having a hot dog in it, it's a bunch of meatballs. It's good. Had a few. This is actually, I think, the second or third time I've been streaming when we've had meatball subs for lunch. It's really weird. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! But please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. Dead fucking silence. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Ah, nice. Yeah. Quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. It's like 5:30 here in the evening. Ah, right, yeah. No, I live in England, so I'm going by British time. Well, this court finds the defense, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay. I'm wondering if we should stop here, because it's the end of this freaking thing. But then again, I'm all up for doing a couple more hours of this. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born at Faye. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9? The office. I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. No longer Mia, LMAO. Yeah. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? Now who better but me? Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Right in co-law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. No clue how Phoenix got sympathetic to Nick. Yeah. Wait. Okay, Nick, let's do it. I think it's part of the end bit, the Nicks. At the end of Phoenix. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, there's time's a wasting. Yeah, probs. Yeah. Okay, wait up. I've got the picture at the end of I've got the picture at the end of the oh, what's it called? At the end of the DL6 one. Oh god. Yeah. God, I can't remember the freaking thing for it. Ah! What image? The one where it's, the whole gang together. It's like, it's got Maya holding the victory, banner. So, you know. That. Hmm. Do. Hmm. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, fuck. Dang it. Oh well. Anyway, to be honest, even Mia's art style is pretty fan service. Like, yeah, pretty much. Gah, you've disgraced me for the last time, still, Samurai. The pale moon in the sky. I didn't even get to read that. Fudge nuggets. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. I do like the music for this one. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Warrior's sword gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. Jesus. Okay. Show him the moon. That's racist. Is it? Oh. Just got that. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, I got that, yeah. Oh, sweet. Lunch is almost ready. Hmm. Okay. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. How's that surreal show you were watching? Buddy. I know for a goddamn frickety fact that Steel Samurai is part of your childhood. I know that for a frickin' fact. What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He does, just not that version. He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. And watch it with me. He's really cool. And it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish she had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I gonna pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Yeah, every time you say that, there's a murder. His bedroom, No one comes to an alleged murderer for legal advice, mate. Yeah. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office quick. Please, Nick. Nice here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, which, my god, I didn't realize until halfway through this thing. It's a fucking joke on a jackhammer. Like a piece of equipment. The amount of pun-like names in these games is getting ridiculous. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Wow, I never noticed. Can't tell if that's sarcasm or not. That's hilarious. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe that this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, no, no! It's a nightmare! The Steel Samurai is over! Also, Will Powers. Willpower? Like, seriously. And then there's Wendy Oldbag, who is literally an old woman. They couldn't come up with more creative names. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. I wonder how he got, like, the Maya's number. Yes? Writing cold law offices? What? Nick! It's a steel samurai! What? Yes? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the steel samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Okay. And with that, I'm gonna give it a quick save. And, because lunch is ready. So, I'm gonna stick y'all on the BRB screen with some nice music in the background. And I will see y'all in a bit. In 20 to 30 minutes, maybe. I'm back. I've now been fed. I have food in my stomach. And I'm prepared for the bullshit logic of Phoenix Wright. Oh jeez. Okay. Let's go back to this, shall we? Okay. So we've now got to move to the detention center to meet our client. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Well, Paro's our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did. Murder. At least once, maybe twice. Welcome back. I've sent you simp material on TikTok. Cool. Thanks, son. But he definitely did. Murder. At least once, maybe twice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. Illinois. It's the kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. You think? Let's get low down. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon, but when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. And this is why I have depictions of death in the tags. In the warning thing. Depictions of death and violence. And discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He'd been expertly skewered with a samurai spear. A samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-World Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-World Tokyo? What comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Yeah. Music's kind of dope. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey! Hey, there you are. You want in? You gotta go through me. Sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. It's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! This is when you're being spoken to. Youths today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Well, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was just... I can't speak English. I swear. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too. He was. Okay. Hammer. The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Rigged. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? Oh, what kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Turnabout Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. I'm heading off to bed now. Have fun finding the killer. You've got this. Okay. Sleep tight, sweetheart. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain Mr. Will Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon till 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. Mr. Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer, you can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you two were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. So I gotta go back to Mr. Will Powers and get a letter of request. Hello, how was the studio? Y'all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Your alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Swear to God, I'm not usually yawning this much. Christ. And now I've got a head brush. Getting a head brush is great. Low iron gang. Maybe don't stand up, because you're not going to be able to see anything if you do. Earlier you said you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading toward the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mom's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? It doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the big wigs in the studio. Let her see you stumble once, she'll never let up on you. Ugh, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Document proving Will Powell's request for an attorney. Just hope this will get me past that security lady. And now we gotta go back. And present this. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Hmm? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here toward the studios. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick. Huh? There are maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Okay, let's move. Let's Studio 1. Gotta admit, that does not look like a monkey. Or at least in the face, anyway. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah, it's that confused detective. Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. So I'm sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. That's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. Breaking the fourth wall there. I'd say he's a character, alright. How's it going, buddy? So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Oh, cold piss through just by the yeah, sounds about right. Man, my laptop is warm. Ooh, it does not like me doing this. Why was Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And the person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think the Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See this camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence! We're finished! Funny, for someone who, with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh. We like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clothes I haven't already found. I got someone around here who seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. I'm gonna examine the place first. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Oh, well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going through the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went there. There's a number plate on the camera. STI-307. That must be the camera ID number. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? Exactly! He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh, yeah, that way is kinda dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a keycard to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio has fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh, you sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? What's that supposed to mean, pal? Phoenix, play nice. Nick, look! The security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh, she had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with that camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammy, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one what did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, Nidoran. Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense. Oh, yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day, making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh, yes, the camera. It's an automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. An overhead map of the studio. Right from here is the employer area, to the left of the actual film studios. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. It looks like a studio van. They'll probably use it to carry around film equipment. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching. The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. You can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Okay, so there's not much I can really do with her at the moment, but I can go to the employee area, which might be advisable. Stretch in, because for some reason my right arm does not like me right now. Nick, this is where they do all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powell's dressing room. There's no one here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. Sure thing, Nick. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Well, Powers, it must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know, there might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. That's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. He's got a point, Mai. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak! How would it hit the spot? You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Cute slide. Start from this side. Looks like one of those electric powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? They do. No clues here. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably near old Tokyo Castle. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. It's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. Move into the dressing room. Paris' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right. And there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Just take a look around. There's some regular suits and amongst the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Phoenix. Brother. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. Guess it's kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. A nap before murder. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? They always have mirrors in like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how could you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee key card. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow it. Search the bag again. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that. My partner. The thief in training. Is there anything else? Probably not. Can't think of anything else that would need examining. Well, I guess I can move to Studio 1 then. Nothing new. Oh right, we have to examine it first. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this keycard we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened. Oh right, we're in. She is way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Inside Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Yeah, it's pretty freaking real, man. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. Guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny. Expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. Guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Probably. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at this. One of those black and white boards that they clapped at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real-life megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. What's this? That's for reflecting light. The corridor reflecting screen or something like that. Your assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course! That's the mountain, Fujiyama. Okay. Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in the old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that. Sorry. My partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. World Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Pretty sure we've examined the whole crime scene, but yeah. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. Yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Ham were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Pow's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. When I saw WP got into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Okay, great. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No. Why would I go in there unless I wouldn't go in there unless I had something urgent. I had an urgent message for him. I can't speak, man. What is with me today? I can't speak for my sanity. My sanity. I can't speak. I am literally Ethan Nestor right now. Bless me. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you? I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that. But that day, just afternoon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day, and I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So, you sense that someone other than the film crew, the regular film crew, was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Alright, fine. We'll go talk to Old Bag again. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. You sure the Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as I can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dare question me? Me? Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you young'uns are like that nowadays. Okay. And she printed off. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yes. Duh. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. It was 307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How's this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Parcel's photo added to the court record. Take it at the gate between the entrance and the studios. Hey, Nick! Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yep. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said! Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll do... Oh, Jesus Christ. I will do the trial, and then I'm gonna call it. Day 2 trial. I like how it shows on Phoenix's side who's standing beside him. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I'd like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. I'm getting a sore throat because I'm talking a lot. See, I'm not as used to talking as much as I am. I keep thinking I'm a chatterbox. And then it's things like this that are proving that that's not really the case. We're actually going to bring up the thing on the wiki, just in case. Okay, cool. Sweet. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works in the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene in the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I try to listen to that whole thing again? No, I got it, man. I got it. I'm down. Oh, shit. Accidentally pressed the thing. Oops. I'm dumb. I wasn't looking at the boxes. Wasn't reading the boxes properly. Skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval! Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. I can't speak. Jeez. Would the witness declare her name? Hmm? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Okay. She's going on a ramble again. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. Just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yesy, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Yes, she is. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Said a defendant. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Let's press her on all of them. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You would need an employee keycard to get in. Right, the keycard that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5, and that's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper. I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. Not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium, take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Okay, sorry. 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope, he'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So, done that one. Now it's this one. So you were watching the whole time? No breaks, not even a second? Of course! I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job? Whippersnapper. No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I could wash the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-whapper. Snipper-whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why didn't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How'd you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. Yeah, I feel bad for Gumshoe. He keeps getting kicked in the nuts when it comes to this stuff. 2, you're sure? Share a spit! Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It's Powers. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. You mean this Will Powers? Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of near-wall Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I was born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Humph! Nosy old man, of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Wimback has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he'd sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Maybe not until she squeals, buddy. Maybe not. You will go deaf if she squeals. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today. Always whining about each other. And, Mr. Wright. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's a Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. What exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such, so she didn't see the run-through then. Trip and fall? Yes! And to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped to make him better for her, of course. You helped make him better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about the Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke a paw? Sure did. His own samurai spear. Samurai spear? Murder weapon? Luckily, I was there in my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. That's the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. I'm looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. You're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. They also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Let's see. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30. How did you know that? Huh? Didn't I just explain? I give donuts to a young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. I say Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And then I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witnesses answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy. Old windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Let's take a look. We've got the autopsy report, guide map, card key, and pals. And the spear. Oh. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Oh, Jesus, I actually did it first time. I actually did the right one first time. Huh? Brilliant. No wiki needed. Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever someone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but two people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't really understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than a Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. She is not very reliable. I see. Your testimony, please. She is not a reliable source of information, and she's also kind of annoying. I think she shows up in like a later one as well. Not dressed like this, of course, but she does show up in a later thing in one of the other games. Oh, dear God. Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. I can't fucking read. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn of the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Another job? That's right. I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. Those computers are just so frustrating. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Huh, a fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It needs outside, and well, that's where they came in. That's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day, but one was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. God, I'm gonna have to take one of those throat sweets and shut up for a while. Because, boy howdy, the back of my throat is actually starting to hurt now. Oh lordy. I'll keep going, of course. But, yeah, I gotta take a throat soup at the end of this. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room and didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was in the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. She's got a point. He probably should take better care of it. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? That doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. If we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick. It's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do not have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Notice here you have who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Penalized. I'll go with penalized. Right. Great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper! Order. Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you! Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1 the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. No, very hard feelings. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to your kids and mean to your elders' day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Now let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? I believe it's the spear? Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. Yep, I got it right. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy, what was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. They seriously don't care about a name. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Hey, we got through the trial with no mistakes. God damn it. Well, wait a second. I'm not going to sit here while you are barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Now, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But by whom? Huh, you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Mobile Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. If you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So, you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There's a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? Continue. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Continue, man. Okay. Them? Who are these people? Oh, that. Those were the other ones. Oh, no. Check the wiki. It's second or fifth statement. Okay. You can take a break now. Your Honor, we've learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about the other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Cool. Jeez. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just trying to buy time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sip your water. Perfect. Yeah, my throat's actually starting to hurt now, bro. Holy crap. Like, actually, ouch. Okay. We're gonna go to the home screen. Yes. Okay. Oh, alright. Jeez. And hey! We finally reached the, 20 follower goal. I was really happy about that. Sorry. So sorry, I don't mean to keep yawning as much. I'm definitely gonna take a nap later today, but, you know, Alright, I'm gonna write down what we did today, so that next time we get around to this, I'm not trying to figure out what the frick-a-frack we were doing. Okay, so, we've gotten fairly far. We're about halfway through the second episode. No, third episode, technically. We are on Turnabout Samurai. Yep. Double checking. Turnabout Samurai. And data of investigation. We are actually exactly where we left off on the previous episode. Because we were on Turnabout Sisters on the day 2 investigation, and now we're on Turnabout Samurai, the next one, on day 2 of investigation. Nice. Okay. So we got Old Bag accused. And we need to search the studio, probably. So we need to find out about the fanboy. Cool. Right. Written it down. We got a record of it. Sweet beans. Okay. That was actually really fun. I do love Ace Attorney very much. It is one of my absolute all-time favorites. The first ever playthrough I watched being Game Grumps, so I have a particular fondness for their playthrough. But yeah, I'm really happy that I get to share this series with you guys. It's really fun. I'm really happy that I get to play this on stream. Cause man, my throat now. I've been doing so much talking that like my throat is actually hurting right now. It feels like I've got like some sharp thing in my throat. So I am definitely gonna shut up for a while just to get my throat back to normal, cause yikes. Yikes by 1,000. Yeah. But yeah. thank you, Suspended Twitch TTV, for following and hitting the follower goal. I will set it up so that we have a new goal, which will probably be 30. Yeah, once it gets, we'll do from 20 to 30, from 30 to 40, from 40 to 50, and then from 50 we'll go to like 75 and 7500. I've got the whole thing set up in like a notebook, in like a table, so I'll jot it down that today finally got the 20 follower thing. Really happy about that, actually. Oh. I have to take a look about how many I had in January. Because I think it was around 16? Like, I haven't had many followers this year, I don't think. But, you know. It's, It's such good music, though. It is such good music. Okay. Hang on. Oh, Microsoft is being a little bitch. It's not letting me into my account. I have to use a code. Great. Let me sign in. It's my information, after all. Thank you. Okay. And then we go to followers. Followers section. I need to update that. Follower goals. Okay. Date reached. 5th August in 2023. Oh, that's so weird. I have the table that's like goals, like follower goals and such. And I reached 10 followers on the 18th of January, February, March, April, May, June 18th, 2022. So June 18th last year, I got 10. And today I've officially doubled that number. So just over a year I've doubled it. I'm actually really happy about that. It's small little increments of progress, but it's progress nonetheless. That's amazing, man. Oh. That's amazing. Really happy about that. But yeah. Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. New follower goal will be up and ready by next stream. Promise. I will set that up while I am uploading the VOD to my VOD channel. And hey, who knows? I do have 2 things currently up in the air, which is, you know, Ace Attorney for game and a little hidden animal thing for art. So we will see we'll see what the spin wheel has to say next time. Who knows? Maybe you'll get more of me destroying my voice for a couple of hours. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Much appreciated. And I hope you all have a good day, week, month, and I will see you on the next stream. Bye!